Hey guys, this is a video about fixing an IKEA cabinet, which is part of a desk system. It held for 6 years, but these tiny little screws finally gave way, and you'll see why in the video. What I do, just to keep this short, because I've already recorded 3 times, that's too bloody long. I use a mixture of epoxy, and then if it's a wood finish that I want, like the texture and everything, I will coat that with a thin coat of wood filler. And the reason why I use epoxy is because it's strong, and it has the rigidity to accept the hardware, whereas if you just use wood filler alone, it wouldn't hold as well as epoxy. Now that all being said, I've been known to, if I have to replace an entire jamb or something like that, I will cut it all out nice and neat, and then I'll cut a piece that'll be just so, like within a millimeter of fitting, and then I'll get some wood glue and whatnot, and I'll mix it with some fine sawdust, and I will put that in there with that, and then it'll all bond together. And then when I'm working on replacing like screws and stuff like that, I'll either add wood dowels to replace where that, say the screw ripped out or something like that and it's got a giant hole, or I will fill it with smaller wood, as in like maybe like toothpicks size, and then I'll put glue and everything there, and I'll mix it with epoxy and stuff, and it'll be a whole gelatinous mess. But at the end of it, it will all work together, and I've never had one actually fail on me. So in this case, I use epoxy and I use coarse thread screws instead of fine wood screws. Anyways, without further ado, let's get to it. IKEA cabinet door repair. So what's happened here is you'll see the press board has come loose due to the screw. Over here it's even worse. It's completely destroyed due to the screw being too tiny. Now it is 5/8 thick. I'll grab a tape measure. You can see here that it's 5/8. Now each of these hinges originally only had, if I line this up properly, there and there. There we go, right there and there. So you'll see only one here and then only one here. None that way. I'm sure if they had to put 4, it would have been fine. It was fine for about 6 years. But now we're going to make it much better so it doesn't ever break in the future. If I did a little CSI, you can see it's here and here. So here and here is where the screws originally were. So these were never touched. Most cases people use wood filler. I tend to use epoxy, and today we're just going to use JB Weld. So we're going to mix that up. Don't need a lot. So what I've done here is I set these up so that I'll be using the stock hole. Might do a little bit to be able to find it. There we go. The next trick for this is to have a drill bit set to the depth you need it at. done with this door. Mixing up the epoxy, drilling out the spaces. And you can see right here, it's awesome. Yeah, it's not as pretty, but you're never going to see it. Just to give you guys an overall view, so you can see the entire door, and then on the other side, that's perfect. There you have it, guys, from IKEA, saying that this is enough screw to hold on your door to, well, 4 of them. A little bit longer, a little bit more coarser thread. As you see here, nice premium finish. So this is the first door. As you can see, nice clean finish on both sides. Does need to be polished up. And then in the same breath, we have our second door. This one is a twin. If I can get this sit, that'd be awesome. You'll see no damages on either side of the door, which is the utmost important. Now we're going to install them. Now that the cabinet doors are repaired, it's time to install them into this vacant cabinet. Here's them in their open position, and as you can see, there's a lot of torque on those hinges, those tiny little screws. This is them when it's closed. So if you like what I do here, you like my hacks, my tricks, everything that I know of the trade, please like, subscribe, and comment down below. I'll be sure to do my best to get back to you if you have any requests of videos. That all being said, it's time to take a look at the actual functionality of these doors. And you can see here the way they open. They push just a little bit as you open them up, and that's what caused the screws to be ripped out. Now they're only just tiny screws, and that's why we updated them with some coarse thread, custom length drywall screws made for wood, and they work. So thank you guys for watching. Be safe. Peace.